Hello, guys, and welcome back to another live at Voice of Crypto with David Blonde. Happy Monday. And today we're talking about why the market is bleeding. And let's have a look together. Loads of things happening inside crypto. And I was actually expecting last week to be better. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you have any specific altcoin that you want me to have a look at. Would be a pleasure as always, guys. Before we get into any content, I will just do our quick disclaimer. None of this content is a financial advice. You must do your own market research. Don't forget to visit Voice of Crypto website and join the community. Follow them across all socials if you like to be on top of news. Okay. And let's move first of all to say I mentioned on a previous video that say was actually in a buying momentum. And now I'm talking though on the long term side. Okay. Do not panic. This is about the long term. This is the daily chart, and I'm not trading, say, this specific asset. I'm talking on the specific upcoming 3 weeks to 4 weeks. Okay. The daily takes time to play out. However, say USDT is in a very, very great buying zone still. So if you want to take any advantage of that, is a great time to accumulate, even knowing that we pumped really high. It was literally at the bottom. So imagine that if we go all the way up to 114 again, it's a massive profit. If you can wait 3 weeks up to a month, it would be really, really interesting and profitable. Let's move into my ETH. I have no idea why I'm not stopped on my Ethereum, even knowing that we crashed really, really bad. Okay. I'm still on my Ethereum, but I'm going to wait and see what's going to happen. I don't think it's a great opportunity too long yet. But again, let's wait because the daily only close in 24 hours, right? So each candle has 24 hours. I am currently just waiting to see what's going to happen to my Ethereum and Bitcoin. Remember, I mentioned that Bitcoin could potentially hug the 200 EMA sooner or later, but it could also keep going up. At the moment, it's just going sideways inside the daily. Okay, if we go to the 4 hourly time frame, it's definitely different, but it's nothing to do, to be honest. It's nothing to do apart from waiting. So I don't really think longing BTC today, it's a great opportunity. Long term talking, it's always nice to accumulate Bitcoin, Ethereum, and potentially say, which is in a very interesting scenario today, and is starting to play out. Okay, but however, Bitcoin seems to be holding again on a daily. So is the waiting time, and I honestly hope that the crypto market is going to pump and do some movement. Let me know what you guys are currently trading and what would you like to know. Moving to coin market cap, today's cryptocurrency prices by market cap. The global crypto market cap is currently at 3.14 trillion, a 0.41 decrease over the last day. Fear and greedy, absolutely the same at 40. People might start to be neutral, but come on, it's been such boring momentum. When it comes to Bitcoin, right? All coins are slightly different at this time. So I think only Bitcoin, it's a little bit, stock, which is also a great thing. I do believe that is great for us comparing to the bull market, right? Just looking at the bull market, I mean, is nice to consolidate because we're just building more support. And yes, guys, moving into the latest article, 90K bull market support retest. 5 things to know in Bitcoin this week. BTC price triggers a line up for the week ahead as traders fear Bitcoin will retest 90K. Bitcoin heads into the end of February in an uncertainty mood. Can bulls avoid a fresh 90K dip? Question. Liquidity is piling up on either side of the spot price as BTC leaps around an increasingly tight trading range. US inflation data is due, including the Fed's preferred index as stagflation woes deepen. Gold looks set for yet another all-time high, while the US dollar strength 6-8 turnaround from weeks of the downside. Bitcoin implied volatility is sinking to levels rarely seen in its histories. Market sentiment is bad, and as network activity drops, analysis warns of trouble brewing. Traders map out BTC price support towards 90K. Bitcoin remains stuck in a narrow range. Data from Cointelegraph Markets Pro and TradingView shows after the Bybit hack crushed last week, attempt upside breakout. Bitcoin USD 1 hour chart. Sourced by Cointelegraph TradingView, the potential for a fresh push by both bulls and bears, however, is there. Um, as despite by current liquidity conditions on the exchange order books, now we can see in the liquidation levels that the liquidations are equal to the downside or upside. Trader Crypt Nuevo wrote in a thread on X on February 23 while discussing on the outlook for the week. Perhaps more than upside considering price is in LTF downtrend. 94.7K and 92.5K are key. Bitcoin liquidity for Binance sourced by Crypt Nuevo/X. Fellow trader Roman was less optimistic, eyeing a return to the bottom of the multi month trading range. So many failed attempts to move up with a major lack of strength, he told ex followers. Just seems like 90K support torch is coming. This invalidates if the break 98.4, which a close above. Range is very tight, so I am expecting a quick move. On a weekly time frames, meanwhile, trader Luca eyed an incoming test of Bitcoin bulls market supported band. This area, formed by two moving averages, has functioned as support since early October when BTC USD broke through previous all-time high at 73,800. Bitcoin USDT 1 week chart with bull market support band sourced by Lucas/X. Luca suggested that Bitcoin was primed for a return to the upside amid low funding rates, poor sentiment, and the retail investors reducing exposure. PCE arrives as stagflation concerns fester. Markets are waiting for the final piece to the puzzle. This week, as US inflation data continues to offer risk asset headwinds, the personal consumption expenditures PCE index, known to be the Federal Reserve preferred inflation gauge, is due out on February 28. It will follow initial jobless claims, which last week beat expectations, demonstrating weakening labor market conditions against a backdrop of resurgent inflation market makers. These Cointelegraph previously reported as indicative of stagflation, and traders are keeping a close eye on its development. The potential for a stagflation economy environment is a major concern for investors, where slow economic growth is coupled with high levels of inflation. Trading firm Mosaic Asset wrote in the latest edition of its regular newsletter, The Market Mosaic, on February 21st. But interestingly, the historical data shows that stagflation isn't necessarily associated with poor stock market performance. US inflation versus GDP growth versus S&P 500 return sourced by Mosaic Asset. Mosaic noted that out of 12 stagflation is since 1930, 1930. Then S&P 500 mostly finished higher despite economic pressure. Since 1930, there have been 12 years that featured a slowing economy but rising inflation. The stock market real return was a positive in 75% of those instances, with an average annual real return of 16.4% in the S&P 500. It reported Fed target rate probabilities sourced by the CME Group. The latest estimate from CME Group, Fed Watch 2, not Leslie underscore markets' lack of faith in economic policy easing. Lowering of interest rates, for example, it's unlikely before July, despite two Fed meetings scheduled in the interim. PCE inflation will be the final piece to the puzzle, as both the PPI and CPI inflation are rebounding. Trading resource the Kobetsi letter said about the upcoming data release, predicting a eventful final week of the month. Um, gold keeps gold Gold keeps pushing higher. In contrast to Bitcoin and altcoins, one asset refused to notice fluctuating economic uncertainty. Gold, the precious metal, continued to set a new all-time high, and as of February 24, was a working on its highest ever daily close. Okay, the US dollar index DXY, which measured dollar strength against a basket of US trading partner currencies, is seeking reversal from a downtrend in place since early December. While a strong dollar typically pressures risk asset across the board, Kobesi notes that the current landscape stands out on longer timeframes. Since late July, gold prices are up 24%, while the US dollar is up 2%, and the 10-year note yield is up 8%. It noted in a dedicated X trend on the topic last week. While gold and rates USD typically have an inverse correlation, they are rising together. Interesting. Kabatsi described surging gold demand worldwide, calling the global safe haven asset amid worries over the US trade policy and tariffs. What's even more impressive is that the gold is rising with the S&P 500. It continued. In fact, gold has more double than S&P 500 yield return. In 2024, gold and S&P 500 had an unprecedented correlation of 0.81. Okay, as Cointelegraph report, Bitcoin has often been seen to copy gold bull run moves with a delay of around 3 months. Gold is ripping Bitcoin, chopping summer 2024 vibes. Charles Edwards, founder of Quantitative Bitcoin and Digital Asset Fund, Capital Investments, summarized to ex followers early this month. You know the deal. Bitcoin will bore you to death as long as the gold keeps trending. Bitcoin almost always seems a comparable bigger breakout within 3 to 6 months. The Bitcoin volatility metric changes records. Bitcoin stubborn trading range has led to some rare readings from volatility metrics. On a weekly timeframes, realized volatility, which measure the standard deviation of market return from its mean, its near record lows. The trend was noticed by on-chain analytics firm Glassnode at the weekend. Bitcoin 1 week realized volatility has collapsed 23.42%, nearing historical lows. In the past 4 years, it has dipped lower only a few times. October 2024, 22.88%, and November 2023, 21.35%. It revealed in AX trend. Similar comprehensions in the past led to major market moves. Bitcoin 1 week realized volatility sourced by Glassnode/X. Glassnode drew similar conclusions from 1 week options, realized volatility now approaching multi-years lows. In the last time IV was this low 2023, early 2024. Major volatility spikes followed. Meanwhile, long-term IV remains higher. Okay, 53.1%, 6 months, and 56.25%. It reported. Low volatility has long been on the radar among Bitcoin traders thanks to the inability of either buyers or sellers to effect a lasting trend change. Network activities sees a slow bleed. Bitcoin network activity and sentiment are both declining, and analysis warns that this could have a long-term implication for the price action. Active wallet addresses continue to shrink in the aftermath of the US presidential election, leading on chain analytics platform CryptoQuant to draw comparisons to BTC price dips earlier in the current bull run. Additionally, the accumulation rate for Bitcoin ETFs has slowed with a recent minor capital outflows observed. Contributor Avocado on Chain wrote in one of the quick take blogs on February 23 and mentioned the number of UTXOs is also decreasing, with the magnitude of the declining similar to the correction period in September 2023. If this trend continues, we could see signs of investors' exodus similar to the market cycle peak of 2017. Bitcoin unspent transaction output screenshot sourced by CryptoQuant. And while the post acknowledged that a simple decline in the UTXOs alone is not enough to confirm the end of the current cycle, flagging sentiment remains a problem. The Crypto Fear and Greedy Index currently measures 49/100, circling neutral territory after remaining flat through most of February, since previous bullish narratives have already been priced in. Further upside momentum will require either the resolution of uncertainties or new bullish catalysis. Avocado Unchained summarized. And this article does not contain investment advice or recommendations. Every investment and trading move involves risk, and readers should conduct their own research when making a decision. I also agree, but guys, we see multiple scenarios here, and as I mentioned, it's not a bad sign to be at the same place. Actually, we just have to be patient. However, it's a very, very interesting sign if we are consolidating, because I am very, very sure that we're still on a bull market. Okay, so sooner or later the price will move, and yeah, all we have to do sometimes is to wait, but we have other opportunities. Let's move into CoinMarketCap. Let's go together cryptocurrency prices by market cap. And I think, by the way, it's a great time to start accumulating when Bitcoin doesn't move. Overall, it's just a great time to accumulate. We have multiple opportunities in crypto, not only Bitcoin itself, but of course, the entire depends on BTC to move. Let me know what you guys feel in the comments down below. How are you feeling about the current market? Let me press it. Okay. Today's top crypto gainers and losers, according to CoinMarketCap. The first one today is HBAR, and by the way, is an interesting project. I encourage you to read the white paper and go over. Currently trading at 0.22 and is up 4.74% on the past 24 hours. Second place, surprisingly, the coin I just mentioned. We got Say here, currently trading at 0.28. And remember, if you haven't seen the TA, just replay and you go and watch what I just mentioned about this one in the next coming month or like 3 weeks or something. I believe this one is going to be really, really nice in a long term talking, right? It could be further than 3 weeks, but however, it's up 3.45%. And even if you go back to $1, is still a massive profit to be made. Okay. Third place, we have TRX. Tron, currently trading at 0.24. I think Tron is also an interesting one to accumulate and hold. Currently up 2.30%. So it's nothing like 30 to 40 to 50%, as we like to see. But whatsoever, it's looking better than Bitcoin, right? And Bever Chain, still around. Tau, Mantra, what else? Dexy, Monero, and Feather Gold. So we do have very, very slow movement on the top gainers. But as I mentioned, it's always nice to accumulate when Bitcoin doesn't move. Okay. Top losers today, we got massive opportunities to fill the bag. We got Ray trading at 3.06 and is down 27.55% on the past 24 hours. Second place on the top loser side, we got Ina. It's a very great project and it could be an interesting opportunity for the long term run. And it's trading at 0.41, has been down 9.50%. We got hyper liquidity, Gala, Arbitrum, what else? So I really like trading Solana and I think it's a great project. So if you want to go and have a look on Solana, it's always an interesting time to accumulate great projects, but you need to do your research as always. Anyways, you got Optimism, Bonk, and Chia, Polkadot, Chainlink, Uniswap, APT. What else? WorldCoin, Lido, Trumpcoin, Dogecoin, Avalanche, Axie Infinity. And yes, we have a lot of opportunity on the losers today, guys. Let's go to crypto bubbles and see. Like, I'm not surprised if everything is red, but okay, well, it's not that bad as I thought. Let me know what you guys think about it. Crypto bubbles. We have a top gainer today. It's called Clanka. Token bot is up 129% on the weekly. IGT, Infinitar, not familiar with, but however, it's a massive, massive bump, 105. We got Fota, yeah, 59.6%. What else? Losing side today, we have AI tech, which is not very low, as I would like to buy 25 to 30%. But however, AI tech is a great project and it could be a great buying opportunity today. Who knows, right? Jokes aside, I like to buy the deep and do the opposite with the top, right? You got also on a buying side today, 28.4% down the Netmine token. And what else? Supra, 26%, anything around 26 to 30. This one, okay, it's a meme coin. I wouldn't really get into it unless you have money to spend and fill the bags, okay? Otherwise, I would just go for great projects. But on a trading side, utility doesn't really matter sometimes, as long as you manage to get in, get out, and do your thing. However, guys, thank you so much for watching today. However, I really, really, really hope that we're going to have a very great week. And that's what I truly wish you. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video. Join Voice of Crypto and visit the website. Join the Telegram. I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you.